Yo, what's up, YouTube world? Hope everybody is doing well, having a great week, getting outside, enjoying the outdoors, getting some training in, enjoying the new videos that we've been posting up during this whole coronavirus thing. Worldwide panic, fear. Fear is taking over the world. Fear, the sickness of fear is taking over everybody with the corona. I hope everyone is doing well. Here's a couple quick things about the coronavirus, or not the virus, but the panic and the fear in the world that is going on right now. Here in America, I don't know how it is in some of the other, actually I do, because I've been talking to some of my Kali Center friends from all over the world. I just got done talking to my buddy Dag over in Norway, and some of the biggest things is people are running out of toilet paper. They can't get toilet paper. Look, that's not your biggest concern right now, guys. Toilet paper is not the biggest concern, right? You can use a rag, use your damn hand if you need to, wash it up. The main concern, if it all goes whatever, any kind of survival, is making sure that you got your three, your basics, right? Make sure that you have water, shelter, and food. So if you know how to get food, if you know how to get water, purify water, you know how to get shelter, you will be just fine. Right? Toilet paper is of your least concerns. At least it should be. As human beings, humans, we have survived for hundreds of thousands of years as Homo sapiens without toilet paper. So you will be okay. Just make sure you got those three things covered, right? Make sure you got some good clean water you can drink. Make sure you got food, and make sure you got shelter, and you'll be fine. Yep, you'll survive. Anyways, enough of that. So, a big thing that sometimes I get questions on, actually quite a lot, is solo training. And is solo training really effective? What do you think? I think it is and it isn't. And I think in some cases, solo training is extremely effective. And if you're not solo training, you'll never reach your potential and your skills. And in other cases, I think solo training is the biggest waste of time. Here's the differences. If you're solo training, if it is not following a proper progression of training and a continuum of training, then your solo training is a big waste of time. Right? If you don't have the three essentials, this is my formula to greatness. If you haven't heard about my formula to greatness, if you're new, if you're not in the inner triangle, if you're not, involved deeply in Kali Center, then you might not know my formula to greatness: focus, effort, and persistence. And then that leads into the other points of that formula. But if you don't have those 3 points of the formula, then the other 3 won't even exist anyways. So, if your solo training is not focused, meaning you have no clue what it is that you're actually doing, or what this training, this drill, this exercise, if you don't have the clarity of what this is actually supposed to be developing and doing for you, then it's pointless, right? Then how do you know if you're applying your maximum amount of effort or not? Effort is a tricky one, because a lot of times people think that effort is intensity, but it's not. The definition of the word effort is different than the definition of the word intense. And if you don't have clear focus, immense focus on what you're doing, then you cannot apply maximum effort. And the third component is persistence. No matter what is going on in your life, right now, coronavirus is not affecting your life, it's affecting everybody, right? The whole planet. You know, our Walmart and my town is not even really that bad when it comes to panic. Of course, my town is kind of farther away or what, but up north where I used to live, you know, I know like Ollie, I've been talking with him, my sister, you know, they're like, it's crazy over there, you know. The store shelves, you know, they can't keep stock. They're worried they're not even going to be able to get stock in certain items and things, and businesses are closing down and events are canceling, you know, big time national events, all kinds of stuff, right? This is going on all over the world. If you allow these things to cut off your persistence, then all the training that you've ever done, solo or partner, it all stopped right there at that particular moment in time. It all just stopped. And then it has to wait for you to recommit yourself to training. Commitment is so easy because it's something you can just come and go with. But persistence, you can't come and go with. You're either persistent or you're not. Just like you're either focused or you're not. You are either applying maximum effort or you are not. Okay? And that's why this is my formula to greatness. This isn't something that I just created out of the blue. This is something that I have experienced and discovered over the last 20 years of Filipino martial arts. The sun is moving on me, so I don't want to just be like a black blob for you guys. So while I'm talking and everything, if you want to share your opinion on solo training, feel free to put that in the comments, and I'm going to get to comments. If you have questions, I'll get to questions and all that stuff here in a little bit. I'm going to try and keep this video somewhat short because I don't have like all the battery power left in the world on my phone right now. But yeah, solo training, if you know what you're doing, if you got a plan, then it's going to be highly, highly effective. I just released last month a new program that I have been wanting to do pretty much since the start of Kali Center, before Kali Center, back when I had RFA Martial Academy, and you know, when I was involved with some people that didn't allow me to do these types of things. The solo training guide, just released it. People are starting to jump into it. It's $10 a month. I'm keeping it very, very affordable. And it's all solo training. And basically, I am putting up how I solo train. The exact drills that I do from very beginners, right? The beginner drills that I do and that I have my students focus on. My actual in-person students. These are drills that I have them do. I'm like, make sure you're doing this drill in this exact way. Each lesson, each video lesson in the solo training guide is then backed up by a text lesson that breaks down an explanation or key notes to look for when you're performing the drill. It breaks down how to divide the actual training, the different rounds, the intensity level. And if there's any diagrams that need to be going along with that video, then they're in the text lesson. It is the most broken down, in-depth training program I have ever seen covered in any martial arts, and the most broken down, in-depth thing I've ever done. It takes me to do each video, because of the text portion, it takes me like a couple days to actually put together each video. So it's if you're looking to get the most out of your solo training and doing it, you know, the right way for Kali, then you might want to take a look at this program. If you want to sign up for it, just head over to kalicenter.training. That's where our online training platform is. And since it's solo training, You can learn it all online. Okay, and I got multiple camera angles, and you can see everything from various angles and all that stuff. Okay, but and of course, if you have any questions or whatever, jump into the College Center compound group that we have on Facebook, put up a video of your training and ask a question. And there you go. We'll take care of it for you. So if the solo training is done the right way, where whatever the drill is, if you know the right way to perform the drill, if you understand it, then it's going to be highly effective. If you're just kind of doing the drill, just moving for the sake of moving, you're going to get a good workout. So there's still some benefits to it. There's still some health benefits to it. And for some people, that is what they want out of their collie, out of their training, right? But other people want to have a more in-depth study. And with the solo training guide that I have, not only are you learning how to, do the drills and you're understanding what it is that you're actually doing. Sorry, I keep tilting the camera on you guys. But I'm also teaching how to do it properly with your body, how to do the footwork properly, how to do the striking properly. So that way you are not only increasing your physical performance and your athleticism within the collie, but you're also increasing the longevity of your body. So that way you are learning how to apply your body, your mechanics, your footwork in a way where you can train on different environments, different terrains, and you are protecting your body. So that way you are reducing that risk of tweaking a knee or tweaking an ankle or throwing your body off a line, that when you are training with a partner, you get into sparring or anything like that, you're getting stuck or you're losing dynamics. So this is all information that I've been studying for the last 20 years in Filipino martial arts. And the thing about solo training, the truth about solo training is there's no one teaching it. There is nobody out there that is actually teaching you how to train alone. And that is why a lot of people have this belief of, well, it doesn't work, it's kind of a waste of time. That would be like, going to the gym alone by yourself and going work out would be a waste of time, right? Like, it wouldn't be effective. But we know that according to the data, going to the gym and working out is very effective for your health. That'd be like eating a healthy diet by yourself is not effective. It is very effective. Training martial arts by yourself. When you know how to, just like you can go to the gym and you can work out, and if you don't know what you're doing, it's not going to be effective, right? You're not going to gain the muscle, or you're not going to lose the weight, or you're just going to injure yourself. Same thing goes with training martial arts, solo training martial arts. So we want to make sure that we're doing things the right way. So check it out if you're interested in it. If you want to kind of get an idea of what it's like training in our programs, instead of just the free YouTube videos, which are good, but they're not the best things that we put out. I will be the first to admit that. They're good, right? We put a lot of great information out there for you guys, but I do get a lot of comments. You'll see like, man, a lot of the stuff on your YouTube is very beginner-ish. Right. It's not, I don't think this is going to be effective for fighting, for real combat. Right. Not all the YouTube videos that we put out there are effective for real fighting. Not all the YouTube videos that we put out there are going to be advanced. And the reason is that, we have, which is super awesome. We just reached over 80,000 subscribers on the channel here, which thank you, by the way, because that is really cool. Never in my life would I ever have thought I would have had a YouTube channel with 80,000 subscribers on it. That's crazy to me. But it's awesome. It's awesome. And it just shows that, you know, so many people are, you know, really loving Kali, and they're interested in Kali, and they're training Kali, and they're appreciating Kali Center and all the work that I'm doing. And, you know, I'll never be taking that for granted. I have so much gratitude, so much thanks and everything to everybody that is supporting Kali Center at any and all levels. But if you want to go a little bit deeper, you might want to check out our sponsored area of the channel, which is our members area, where you get access to exclusive perks as a member and exclusive training videos that are not available to our general public viewing. I'm going to be, especially now that the weather's getting a lot better, I can get my camera stuff out here. I'm going to be doing live training events in the members area, and our members area starts at only $1.99 a month, because it is YouTube, and I'm not putting up member videos every single day, right? But I am putting up different, more in-depth and different types of drills and different things that are not to the general public viewing. So it's something that you can check out. It supports the channel. It helps me keep, you know, getting all these other videos out there and things, and I appreciate it every step of the way, especially now that, you know, I'm out here by myself. You know, I rarely train with people now. I'm by myself most of the time. So solo training has become a real, even though it's always been my primary when it comes to my training, I would always train, probably a good 80 to 90% of my training time was always spent solo. But right now, probably closer to 99% of my training time is done solo. I have to drive 5 hours to go train with Tom and Ollie, or they have to drive 5 hours to come train with me. I gotta fly almost across the country to go train, you know, with people. And it's, so I'm definitely a lot more isolated. And one of the things that I love about it is that I get to be in my own corner in the world of Kali. And I'm not getting any of these outside distractions, you know, coming in from all these other, you know, people and their ideas. I can just look at Kali and kind of, in a way, speak to Kali, and now just kind of learn from Kali, and kind of where I am in my life. But it kind of works out perfect, because now most of my videos are going to be around solo training. But the in-depth videos are in the solo training guide, and then the kind of bonus videos are in the sponsored area of the channel. So you can check those out. And then whenever I get out there and I'm training with, you know, Tom and Chris and Will and all those guys, ITC, I'll do some videos, partner videos, and some fun stuff, you know, for the channel as well still. Or when they come out here and they're training with me or whatever. So solo training, absolutely, it is the best thing you could possibly do for your training, for your skill growth, when it's done appropriately, properly. If you don't know what you're doing, if you question how to do it, because nobody teaches it, out of all the research I've done with all the different teachers out there, especially in Filipino martial arts, nobody else has a program like this. Now, maybe people will start making it because they see Kali Center is making a solo training program. Maybe, you know, other people are going to jump on board and make their own versions of it. But it'll never be the way Kali Center does it. Because I have had so many questions in my training that teachers just have not been able to answer. I mean, some of these questions they've never been able to answer. So I had to go into solo training to dig where is the answer, and then figure out, how do I actually train this by myself? Because I'm an impatient person. I don't want to wait for class. I don't want to wait for somebody to show up so I can train now. I want to know, how do I do this right now by myself, start really learning and start developing real performance skills, so then when I go and I train with a partner, I can fast track that training with a partner, and I can optimize my training with a partner. If you don't know what you're doing solo training, then your partner time is not being optimized. And that's why we're creating this, I'm building out this whole solo training guide. if you do the solo training that is in the solo training guide, regardless of what style of collie that you are training, the principles of it will be able to translate to other styles. I'm never looking to try and take students away from other people. But if our training can help you advance in whatever style or whatever it is that you're doing, then I'm doing what Collie Center is intended to do. So go check it out if you want to get that, in depth. It is a brand new program, so there's not like a ton of, there's not a crazy amount of videos up there right now. I just got done filming 2 new videos today that I'm going to be getting up there probably by the end of this week. And they're just packed. They're loaded videos that are going to explain the drill and how to do it to the most in-depth instruction that's really ever been done in a program. If you've ever been in our Inner Triangle program, or you've talked to anybody that's in our Inner Triangle program, then you understand how in-depth our instruction can get. It's just as in-depth as our Inner Triangle, if not more. If you are an Inner Triangle member, I highly advise getting into the solo training guide. I can't put every single drill or every single training in one program because it would just be way too much and it would be way too confusing. So this is why I kind of compartmentalize programs and things. But right now, our 2 main programs is our Inner Triangle program and now our solo training guide program. And they go hand in hand, they complement each other. The solo training guide is going to give you a lot of training you can do on your own that is going to accelerate your skills. It's gonna help you out tremendously. So check that out. All right, let me see what some of you guys are saying about solo training. Solo training is effective, but hard for me to self-direct. I train better with people. Yeah, that is a common thing, and that's why I got the solo training guide program, because now you don't have to self-direct your solo training, right? You can go and work the actual drills. Just work it out. Now you have exactly, okay, this is what I want to do today. This is what I need to work on, and this is exactly the drill to work, and this is exactly how to work this drill. I personally find I operate best with the direction of someone more experienced. Yes, that is true. That is true, and that's why I'm making this video, this program. Where do I sign up? colliecenter.training. If you go to colliecenter.com, just click right there where it says online school, and then it'll take you over to colliecenter.training, and you'll see where it says solo training guide. You can just do the solo training guide on its own, which is $10 a month. I'm keeping it nice and affordable. I am not planning on ever raising the price on that. I'm going to keep it at $10 a month. You can also look at our program package, which is the compound training, which includes our training academy, which is an eclectic blend of different drills that I've learned across different styles of Filipino martial arts. We have our Inner Triangle minor curriculum in that, and then you'll also get the solo training guide in there as well. And that's all. I think that is, you can try it for the first month at $15, and then after that it's like $25 a month. So for $15 a month more, you get pretty much all of our programs, our subscription programs. The truth is, because I struggle with it so much, my progress on my own is slow, and I don't enjoy solo training as much. I prefer events like ITC. Yeah, so I mean, the speed of progress. See, that's a tricky thing. And your idea of progression speed is going to probably be a lot different than my idea of progression speed. I get asked a lot about, what do I work on in a year? Like, what do I really focus on? How many lessons and all that stuff? And I always say, make sure that when you're working on something, that you're working on no more than 2 or 3 skills at a time. Typically, I am working on 1 skill. I mean, really, it's always 1 skill, right? I'm working on the skill of collie, but usually I'm working on one skill, and that one skill is just evolving over the course of a year, of 12 months. So my personal training cycles through with the seasons. Winter is a time of refinement. I'm refining what I have learned the previous year, the previous 3 seasons. And that's it. My training in the winter is not intense, but it's highly, highly focused, and it's slower. In the spring, right now, as we're coming into spring, this is my time of new exploration. I literally follow the seasons. So right now I have new stuff that I'm working on and I'm exploring, and I'm doing it a lot through Espada Daga. If you look at like my Instagram stuff, you'll see some Espada Daga pictures with some of my training apparatuses and stuff. And the reason why solo training for me at this point is so important is because my training partners cannot give me the attention that I am looking for, right? They're not gonna sit there and be able to pose or stand certain ways or give me certain flows or whatever so I can look at and study specific lines. They're not going to be willing to do that for me for literally hours on end per day, right? So springtime is a time of new exploration. Summer for me is all about pushing myself. Get the workouts in. Everything that I have explored now, everything that I have learned for the past 3 to 6 months, it's time to push it, right? Now the intensity picks up. The effort is always there, but now the intensity picks up. And I like training when it is so freaking hot out because it's the worst. It sucks. It sucks out so much energy, more so than in the winter. It sucks out so much energy when you are training in that extreme heat and humidity, when it's like 100 degrees, full blast humidity. And that's why I love it so much. So I like pushing myself in my own experience, in my own kind of belief, or what that is. Summer is the time with the most resistance, right? The ground, the forest floor is far more abundant with life, vegetation, so it's a lot harder to navigate. And it's just freaking hot and humid and sticky and uncomfortable and all this stuff. So that's what I like. And then in the fall is really about deep study of refinement. So everything that I pushed, everything that I developed in the summertime now, it's all about being able to sustain that, but at the same time be able to refine it and make it even more just spot on with precision. And then the cycle repeats. All right, so the fall is still intense training. So that's just kind of how I work things. So yeah, I don't know, maybe that helps you out. But events like ITC, yeah, I mean, for having that like directness on how to train, what to train, and then obviously the partner time training. I mean, ITC is, I mean, let's just face it, guys, it's the best colleague training event in the world that the world has ever seen. I mean, it's mathed out to 40 hours, but we easily train 50 hours in 5 days, 10 hours a day. We usually are training that. And it's intense. It's intense 5 days. If you want to have some fun the College Center way, then ITC is something that you definitely want to do. There's 2 months left to get registered for ITC, so maybe we'll see you there. I'm not really pushing it or promoting it as hard this year. I was going to, but I'm like, nah, we'll see who comes out. If only 3 people come out, then we're training with 3 people. I'll give them some special stuff, but we have more than that signed up. So what's going on, Guru? Hey, what's happening? Hello there, what's happening? All right, we got a sponsor right there. You're gonna see, if you look at the comments, you'll see this triangle, this green triangle. How's it going? I got a new video coming out for you guys on Espada Daga, and I'm making some corrections. The video is gonna have some corrections and helping you with your basic Espada Daga techniques. So I'm gonna get that up this week, probably either tonight or tomorrow morning. So be on the lookout for that. It's great to see sponsors in here, man. Our YouTube members. I personally find solo training is great for working your style, done correctly, of course, but I only get better or faster training with others that are better and faster than me. I find I need others. Yes. So solo training does not replace partner training. Partner training does not replace solo training. It's like the Chinese philosophy of yin and yang, right? Or yin and yang. They go hand in hand. You need both. If you're not getting the proper solo training done, you're not optimizing your time with a training partner, which means you're stunting your growth. You're not progressing and you're not developing as fast and as well as you could be. If you are only partner training and you're not solo training, you're missing out on very key thinking. You're missing out on very key details. I can push a ton more intensity and speed and power solo training than I can training with a partner. It wasn't always that way. There were times where I couldn't do that, especially early on in my training. But as I've been discovering how to solo train, now my solo training is a far better workout than ever training with a partner. Because when you're training with a partner or you're sparring with a partner, you have to work according to the timing of, that's being exchanged. When I'm solo training, I get to create that timing. Like for our guys that train with us here at Kali Center that are like in the Inner Triangle program, when they solo train, when they really solo train, they'll message me or Ali or Tom and they're like, guys, I don't know how you guys do this. I moved around. I did Carenza the way we do it for like 20 seconds, dude, and I was freaking gassed. I don't know how you guys move around with that level of intensity, that level of commitment to every one of your movements, and how you guys are literally lasting for hours. Like I worked out for 20 seconds and I was done, dude. I'm like, yeah. Welcome to Kali Center, my friends. It ain't easy. But if you want to get damn good, we're going to get you damn good. Best training is having Tom smack me and ask what I did wrong. Learning through osmosis, my friend. That's the best way. Right? That's right. That is one of the best ways to learn. How do you think Tom got so good? Heyo, how are you doing, Paul? I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. Coronavirus it's not scaring me over here, man. I'm training, living it up. Hi, Paul. How's it going? Going well. Going well. Hope everything's going well with all of you guys. I like solo training as much as I like partner training. It's a bit like doing some homework. Yeah. Honing your skills, keeping at it. Yes. That is pretty much how I look at it. Your solo training is your at-home study. And in our Inner Triangle program, we have solo training drills. And of course, we have our training support group that is for our Inner Triangle members only. And in that group, I'll post certain things for you to think about I'll post different diagrams, I'll post different pictures, and I'll post an incorrect position, and then I'll post a correct position, and then, you know, you got to see if you can spot the differences. So I do a lot of that type of stuff, kind of like book work, you know, or what we call it here at College Center is our ground school, right? It's like becoming a pilot. You got ground school, and then you got your flight hours. They're not going to put you up into a plane if you're not doing your ground school, okay? They're not going to risk not only your life and their own life, they're not going to risk the price of a plane. So solo training absolutely is just like doing your own homework, your self-education, right? It's like the whole, you know, that whole saying, right? A formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. College is exactly the same way. If you want to be good enough and be average and perform like everybody else does, then just go to class. If you want to become one of the greats, you need to do your solo training. Hey y'all, what's happening? Is that spinach you just munched? No, that was purple dead nettle that I munched. That's some good stuff. I do, hopefully I have enough battery power to do this. Let me run. I'll jog it. I already got the low battery signal. I'll show you some kind of like wild spinach that's growing. I know where there's a patch of it. So, make sure that you're doing this too. Make sure you get out, get some running in, get your activity in. If you're getting out of breath, jogging a few acres, you are, I don't know, man. You need some work right here. So, I'm gonna see if can I flip this camera? I'm gonna flip the camera around real quick. Not this. That's ragwort. You don't eat that. All this. So this right here, this is, I'll flip it back around. This is called yellow rocket. And it's basically like wild spinach. Really, really good for you. So, yeah, like I got all this food just growing over here. So it's awesome. So I got a whole patch right there that's growing. I got a few other sporadic. I got some others that's in the woods growing. And this is what I call my wild garden. It's literally all over the place. I just know of this patch right now. And it's literally all over the place. And pretty much everything that you see over here, man, these birds are like going crazy. But everything you see over here, hairy bittercress, this stuff is really good. Just want to make sure I don't have. Okay. Sometimes when you pick this stuff, you get the needles off of these red cedar trees fall. And sometimes you get a little cedar in there. It messes up the flavor. But these bittercrests, they got a little bit like a peppery flavor to them. They're really, really good. And then over here, we got chickweed. This is one of the best greens you can eat. This thing is loaded with vitamins and minerals. So much. Your B complex vitamins. I mean, this thing is loaded in vitamins. This is pretty much how I eat right now. I mean, this isn't all I eat, but like all my salads are all just picked right here off the lamb. Oh, and then this is right here. This is fleabane or horseweed. This stuff is really good too. Not everybody likes this stuff. I love it. Super, super good for you. But I also have a lot of this like ragwort. You don't want to eat that. And then there's, I saw it somewhere. I got big stuff growing over there. It's like really going crazy over on the hill over there. It gets good sun. Here, this is what I ate. Probably what you're asking about is this. This is purple dead nettle. This is a young one. It'll become more purple. It'll flower purple. And it's called dead nettle because it doesn't have the stinging like stinging nettle does. It's super good for you. And now, I'll have to find it, but I also have common dead nettle as well. It's growing like all over there. Also really good for you. Wild garlic, obviously clover. And this is like some of the best food you can eat because it's just, you don't get more organic than this. Cool, I'm really glad you were interested in that. That's awesome. If you guys want to see more of like my stuff that I actually do here on the land, I just planted my pawpaw trees behind me. They're in nets right now to protect them from deer. Apple trees. I'm getting my deer fence up soon so I can get the garden center going. If you guys want to see more of like this type of stuff, check out my other YouTube channel over at Paul Ingram Saga. That's the name of it right now. I haven't really come up with like a better name for it. Here you go. This is another type of dead nettle. Sometimes I just pick the tops because then they'll just grow right back. It's like grass. And it's like a common dead nettle. Super good for you too. It tastes so good. Oh my gosh. All the lettuce, all the greens you buy in the store, after you eat this stuff, all that store-bought stuff, it tastes like crunchy water. All right, what else we got? Solo first before joining with others. Sometimes. It's like a training continuum though. Sometimes you got to do the solo thing first. Sometimes you got to do the partner training first so you get a reference. So you know what to solo train, you know, what you need to work on. It's a continuum. Yeah, show us your garden goodies. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm really that makes me so happy that you're interested in it. That's awesome. Check out my other YouTube channel because I do so much more of it over there. Final question, as an Inner Triangle member, should I still invest in the solo training program or is that essentially yes? The solo training guide, the new program that is on colliecenter.training, absolutely. You should invest in that program because it's going way deep, man. It's going to go way solo, and that's going to make everything in Inner Triangle work even better for you. What's up, Ben? See, Ben is no time to eat. Keep running. Ben's also an Inner Triangle member, and he's also a sponsor here on the channel. Thank you so much, Ben, for also being a sponsor. See, he doesn't even need to do that because he's getting all the top stuff from Inner Triangle. So I appreciate all that. If you come out to ITC, Ben will be there. He's there at every single one. He never misses them. And he's a dude you got to train with because he's going to rock you, man. But he'll also teach you a lot of good stuff. Yeah, it's usually they're named after their flowers, not their greens. Solo training, this straight up a survival course. Yeah, pretty much. Sorry if you addressed that earlier. Yeah, that's fine, man. No worries. By the way, I'm planning to join your online school, looking at a transitioning phase at the moment, job-wise speaking. Yeah, man, that's cool. Whenever you're ready, you know, we're here, man. We're here. We're not going anywhere, so. Must have a lot of squirrels. I got some squirrels. It's funny because Christy's never really been like a country person. And she saw her first squirrel out here not too long ago. And she's like, oh my God, it's so small. All the squirrels up north by the city, they're all, you know, big and fat squirrels. I'm like, yeah, this is a real squirrel. This is a healthy squirrel. It's not dying from, you know, diabetes and stuff. Now I'm munching on shrubs. Yeah, it's good stuff. I do have morels that supposedly grow here. I have not seen them yet. I haven't tracked them down. But supposedly I do have some morels that grow over here. I'm gonna plug my phone in real quick. And then I gotta jump off of here because I got other stuff I gotta do. Let's see. You'll love online school, especially if you do the inner triangle. Yeah. Hell yeah. I eat all this stuff in my garden, man. That's real energy. You do martial arts, then just... Yeah, I'm working on some new vids on my other video. I actually just finished editing one. I'm gonna get that up probably later today. And I'm always filming, so I'm always doing other projects. Cool, cool. All right, guys. I've been on here for 45 minutes, so I just want to kind of have that discussion about solo training. I believe, in full hardness, I believe that solo training is one of the most important things you could ever do. If you're not solo training, you are not optimizing your time with a training partner if you're not solo training properly. And, you know, you got to make sure, you got to put the time into your solo training. And it works as a continuum, right? You can't just do solo training and not put in the time with a partner. You can't just do partner training and not put the time into the solo training. You know, you have to get the full training continuum to progress and reach beyond your limited potential, right? I think the word potential is way too limited. It's a stupid word. I hate it. And I was reflecting on that word potential a couple of years ago for like a whole year, and I've come to the conclusion it's one of the worst words that we put in our dialect, because the word potential holds people back, far more back than what they can actually do. So it's a dangerous word. I'll probably be talking about some of that stuff from time to time on my new channel. If you want to kind of get more into my kind of philosophy on things and into my brain of things, go check out my other channel over at Paul Ingram Saga. I have it linked on the channel, so if you go over to College Center channel, you'll see it over there. Just type in Paul Ingram Saga, S-A-G-A, and you'll find it. Eventually, I'll change the name and all that stuff, but right now, that's just what it is. Cool. So, awesome. If you want to explore some solo training the way I do it, the way the College Center does it, head over to collegecenter.training and check out my new solo training guide program. I've got it set. It's $10 a month. I am not planning on changing that. It's going to stay $10 a month. It's a great resource to have, and it's going to be a great addition to your training, whether you train with us in our Inner Triangle program, which is our curriculum that we teach, or if you are training, you know, with somebody else, or you're training on your own, or whatever it is. Our solo training guide, it's gonna give you a lot of benefit to your training. It's a new program, so there's not hundreds of videos up there at this time. I'll probably be at some point kind of flipping some videos out, and then, you know, reinstalling videos and all this stuff, because I don't want it to be so overloaded with so many videos where you just like don't know what to train. You know, you get confused. So I am gonna keep the videos limited on the course, but I'm gonna be adding new ones and flipping them out and doing all that type of stuff. It's gonna stay kind of like in a live training program. It's gonna help you out. It's gonna help accelerate your skills, get your skills up, and teach you how to solo train. And at some point, you'll be able to take different drills that you find on the YouTube channel or that you're learning from somebody else, and you'll know how to start, you know, working that in the principles of solo training that we have in our solo training guide. So hopefully you guys will check it out. The other thing, if you want to check out, if you want to take your support to the channel up another notch, check out our members area here on the YouTube channel. It's where you can become a sponsor of the channel. Our members area on our YouTube channel starts at $1.99 a month. YouTube has like pre-price settings. That was as low as I can go. So you can check that out. We have two different levels. We have a $1.99 a month, and then we have a $4.99 a month level as well.
You get extra videos, you get extra training, you get behind the scenes stuff. You'll get live training sessions as I'm going live and doing some workouts and all that stuff as a member to the channel here. And that really helps me to kind of keep the channel going and really keep things operating and going and all that stuff. So, yeah. So, thanks for showing, but work something right. If financially not enough, don't look people. I don't know what that means. I already bought a foam roll. Yeah, nice. Cool, guys. So I'm going to jet out of here. Got stuff to do. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for chatting with me. And I will talk to you guys soon. Have a good one. Later.